Sveiki visi, su jumis šiandien sveikinasi kaip ir kiekvieną mėnesį Justinas Kapkovičius, Kempinski, viešbučio telegrafas, virtuvės šefas ir Tvaraus maisto akademijos dėstytojas, o su manim šiandien iš tikrųjų didelė bomba pas mus svečiuose. Mes turime geriausiai išrinktą praeitų metų restorano Gaspars šefą, Gasparą. Tai noriu jums pristatyti ir šiek tiek bus įdomi šiandien pamoka, kadangi mes šnekėsim, bendrausime anglų kalbą, aš pasistengsiu jums šiek tiek išversti, ką mes bendravome su Gasparu. So, hello Gaspar, so please present yourself to the crowd. We have, tell something about yourself.
So, labas rytas, my name is Gaspar. My Lithuanian is not as good as yours, so I will speak in English and hopefully Justinas will help. So, I am the chef and owner of restaurant Gaspars, which is at Pilmo Street in Vilnius. I have been living in Lithuania for the last, I think, 9 years, if I remember. Yeah, 9 years. I live here full time. I call this place my home. I actually miss it when we travel, so it's nice to call Vilnius your home. For me, it's actually for me one of the best cities in Europe. Really,
nice. No,
I'm always a good promoter of Vilnius because I find it's a great city. Yeah, so we do everything with spices, not as intense today to show you, but there will be some of the spices that we use because there is so many to choose from here. It's quite difficult, but yeah, we do everything with spices. I was born in Goa. It's an ex-Portuguese colony. I grew up in England. Yeah, and then I live here.
Nice. Okay. Tai tikrai neversiu, turbūt visi supratote, ką pasako Gaspars, o mes šiandien keliaujame su dar viena nuostabia tema ir mūsų pagrindinis komponentas yra žuvis. Tai turiu, kaip sakant, iš pabaliaus likusios daug žuvies ir pasirašiau ne vieną patiekalą jums šiandien parodyti, taip pat ir Gaspars atsinešė didelę krūvą įvairių, mačiau, ir krevetės turi, ir naudos, ir galvas, ir kitus komponentus. Tai bus iš tikrųjų labai įdomi pamoka ir aš pradėsiu turbūt, pasigaminsime mes tokią, kadangi už lango rudenėlis, eina jau aišku į pabaigą rudenėlis, mes pasigaminsime šiandien žuvies čiauderį. Čiauderis yra sušildanti, nežinau, čia pavadinti subtroškinys galima toksai, kurį sudėsiu aš tą būtent žuvį, kuri liko pas mus, nežinau, jeigu dirbat kažkas viešbučiuose, tai tikrai lieka to maisto, kurį galima panaudoti antram gyvenimui, tai tas pats atsitiko ir pas mane. Turime to žuvies ir pasigaminsime mes žuvies čiauderį. Tai komponentai šiam patiekalu yra, galite pasirinkti savo patinkančius, bet vieni iš pagrindinių komponentų, tai ko mums reikės, tai mums reikės šiek tiek šoninės, mums reikės vienos bulvytės, aš turiu taip pat pasiėmęs svogūną, kurį mes naudosime. Pačiam čiauderiui pasigaminti mes turime sviesto, sutirštinti reikės miltų, daržovių sultinio ir žuvies. Aišku, dar mes dėsime šiek tiek kukurūzų, tai aš pradėsiu gaminti ir mes galbūt pasibendrausime su Gaspars irgi. We will talk with you while I'm cooking. You know, maybe we talk a little bit about the stories. Maybe you have some stories in Lithuania about sustainability as well, because sustainability is very important during our days. What do you think about this question?
I think how we contribute, let's say, from our part as a restaurant or as a business or as a chef is we have 3 small farms that we work with. So we work with 3 small farms. They are about 50-ish kilometers near Vilnius.
Okay.
And from May until right now, about November, beginning of November, October, November, more like November, we use everything, all of our vegetables, fruits from there. So we try to be as local as possible. So of course we are not a very local restaurant. We are, we import a lot of stuff from all around. But in this time of the year, we try to neutralize that by. We do it not only for that, but we like to support the small local farms, which go to and the farms. They are run by small families, and they are not officially certified. One is, And the other two, I usually say they grow like grandmother would do, without chemicals, without any pesticides, etc. So they are organic, but just not certified.
Oh, nice. Tai ką pasako Gaspars, tai jo restoranas bendrauja su trim ūkininkais aplink Vilniaus miestą ir didžiąją dalį savo daržovių, aišku, ne visus produktus, bet didžiąją dalį savo daržovių būtent ima iš tų ūkininkų. Tai vienas turi sertifikatą, kiti ne, bet jie nenaudoja pesticidų ir kitų papildomų trąšų būtent šitiems produktams auginti. So very nice, actually.
And also another thing what I personally enjoy doing, part of it you will see today, is that most people, when you see a huge crevetas or shrimp, if it is not cleaned, they just take the head out and they don't know what to do with the head.
This is true.
Most people, right? Professionals probably a bit different. And they throw the head out, and the same with the bones of the fish and the meat and so many other things. So the philosophy that we try to follow is you try to use every single
piece.
Yeah, piece. So almost like nose to tail cooking. So 90% of the times we never buy fillets. We buy the whole fish. We cut the whole fish. We, how do you say?
Use all the parts.
The parts and bones and everything. And we try to utilize every single part to the point that when we have this one specific fish that we get, it's called as a black cod. We use the tail on the tasting menu. And it's something that I'm very proud of because I ate that as a child myself.
Oh, nice. I like black cod as well.
And the tail is usually people just chop the tail and the head and they throw out. But they never see there is so much meat on the top part of the tail if you cut it properly. And it's so much more interesting and the clients also like it. A, it's sustainable. B, you are respecting the product by using it fully. And you're not wasting products, so it's healthy for the business as well.
Nice. Tai Gasparas taip pat minėjo, kaip mes ir prieš tai pamokose kalbėdavom, naudoti produktą, kaip ir jisai sako, jeigu įsisakinėja žuvį, tai ima visą žuvį, ką mes ir šnekėjom prieš tai, kad galima panaudoti ne vien tik tai filė, galima panaudoti visas dalis, tai sako, degustacinė meniu yra ir žuvies odega pas jį, tai į tą aš siūlyčiau irgi atkreipiant dėmesį, jeigu turėsite savo vietą, būsite šefas ar dirbsite restorane, tai galima panaudoti tą vieną žuvį daugybėj patiekalų, jeigu turite kaulus, galite daryti sultinį, galite daryti, nežinau, daugybę dalykų, būtent su viena žuvim ar su kitų produktų, nereikėtų prisirišti prie žuvies, galima tą pačią vištieną naudoti ir kitus komponentus. Nice.
And just for not this summer, but summer before, my wife had a crazy idea because we have a lot of space on the side of the kitchen. I will show you a picture in a minute, but she planted a few tomatoes and cucumbers just for fun, and it turned out to be like a seed that we should think of making it bigger.
Oh.
And this year we built a full huge garden, and we used it until probably about when the temperature went beginning of October.
September, October, yeah.
October. We had tomatoes, tomatillos, green beans, broad beans. We had like 20 different things, and we were making one dish out of it. On the first dish of the tasting menu was everything from the garden. So I used to call it basically 0 miles. So basically, we used to serve that dish. We used to take the guest to the kitchen garden, and it's not like first year was not so beautiful, but this year I can say I'm quite proud of that. It's like one of the restaurants highlight. People would say that could we put a table and sit here? So that's. I'll try to show the viewers and for you a picture as well if I.
Jo, Gasparas pasako, kad prieš kelis metus jo žmona sugalvojo šalia restorano pasadinti kelis krūmelius pomidorų ir šitą mintis išsivystė didesnį projektą ir šalia šiais metais buvo vienas patiekalas trauktas iš meniu, kuris vadinasi 0 mylių ir tai iš tikrųjų labai nuostabi idėja, aš manau, ne kiekvienas restoranas. Oh, yes, nice. Super, atrodo tikrai puikiai,
maybe you will see it, maybe not, but
Gerai, mes tada sugrįžtame prie mano sriubos, tai mes apsikepame šoninę, mes apsikepame česnaką su svogūnu. So we have
Bacon and onion.
yeah, bacon, onion and a little bit of garlic. We put flour to make thicker, kad sutirštinti sriubą, šiek tiek. Ir keliauja mūsų sultinukas. Tai receptūromis mes su jumis pasidalinsime po mūsų laidos. Aš naudoju daržovių sultinį, galite naudoti ir kitą sultinį, ką jūs ten turėsite po ranka. Tai susimažiname ugnį. Ir ko mums dar reikės, tai mes dabar turime bulvę. Bulvę irgi susipjaustame kubeliais.
How is your new job at Kempinski?
It's good, actually good. Yes, I'm enjoying a lot, still enjoying, working already 1.5 months, so it's moving good, yes. We have a great job with our team in Gastro Week. We get like a second place up there. We have plenty customers, so I think it's moving really nice. Taip, tai keliauja bulvės. Keliauja kukurūzas. Mes šiek tiek pramaišame. Tuomet mums reikės šiek tiek grietinėlės. Ir dabar paliksime mes sriubą šiek tiek pavirti, tai pavirsime apie, 10-15 minučių, kol mūsų bulvės suminkšties. Tuomet keliauja žuvis ir nuskaniname prieskonis, tai galite naudoti jūsų mėgstamus prieskonis, aš šiuo atveju galbūt panaudosiu rūkytą papriką, jeigu norit kažkokio tai aštrumo. Mes galime įdėti aštresnę papriką, druską, pipirą, aišku, tai tuoj mes pasibaigsime tą sriubą, dabar paliksiu mūsų bulvytės šiek tiek virti, kad jos išvirtų ir gaminsime toliau. Okay, so my first dish is moving on, so maybe you can join me, and
I will move yours here.
A little bit. Okay, so tell me what you decided to do on this hour. What products you bring?
So basically I have shrimps or big crevettes, which are usually like this, and then the tail goes wrapped around like this. So that's how you normally used to see it. So I peeled everything, all the heads and tails are here. So I will make a little sauce from this, and we will cook the shrimps inside the sauce, and it's fantastic that later on you will cook some
rice, yes.
Some rice, so
we can make complete dish, yes, together.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
So
Gerai, tai Gasparas paminėjo, kad dažniausiai, jeigu turime krevetės, tai užsisakinėjame arba valytas jas. Jisai renkasi būtent pilnas krevetės, tai nevalytas ir su galvom.
So you're gonna start with a little bit of oil.
Renkasi su galva, todėl, kad galima panaudoti ir galvas, jeigu žmonės nuvalo, tai galvas ir lukštai keliauja iš šiukšlių dėžę, tai šiuo atveju mes panaudosime visą patiekalą, iš galvų ir lukštų pasigaminsime padažą, o pačias krevetės pasitroškinsime tam padaže. Tai į puodą keliauja šiek tiek aliejaus.
So we put some shallots. I have some carrots, ginger, garlic, and some lemongrass. So we're gonna fry this a little bit.
Taip, tai puodą keliauja šalotinis svogūnas, markytės, česnakas ir citrinžolė. What kind of cuisine is in your restaurant? How do you explain in like one sentence, you know? It's like...
Anything and everything with spices, but not aštru, but su prieskoniu.
Su prieskoniu. O, tai aš paklausiau, kaip apibūdintų savo virtuvę, tai sako, ne aštru, bet su prieskoniais. Tai...
It's like there is this misconception. For the last 9 years, I'm trying to break this misconception. And I'm very happy when I see it keeps breaking that most people think, is this with curry? Okay. And is that with curry? And people associate curry with this yellow powder, you know? And I always say, it's a type of curry powder. It's a bit like going to an Italian and saying, this is a pasta spice. It's a dish rather than a spice as such. So we're gonna fry this a little bit to extract the flavor out of this. I have half a green chili and red chili.
Okay, what about the spices you get in Lithuania, or need to download from eBay, Amazon, or just some other countries, or you just using local ones?
Some local, but most of it comes from abroad,
Like
but Indian origin. Yeah, actually Indian only majority, like almost 90% is Indian origin. But we need to source them from other parts of Europe, etc., various channels. And I think you have quite a lot of spices here, but these are more blends.
Yes.
So we have a lot of spices that we have, which are not as much blends, but more like whole spices, and then we make the blendings ourselves. So in here now I will add 1 bay leaf. This will be very unusual how I add the spices for most of the people, because there is never a measurement, only the fingers knows it.
Okay.
So then we will add.
Jo, taip pat Gaspars mini, kad jisai niekada nematuoja, nesveria prieskonių, visą laiką matuoja pirštais, tai aš irgi stengiuosi.
There is 1 pinch like this.
Okay.
There is 2 pinch, and then there is single, double. So that's how, that's how I teach the cooks in the kitchen. We don't follow exact recipe as such, because it's very difficult to use spices with spoons.
It's not šaltibarščiai, to have a recipe, So.
Not. I wouldn't, say like I will put 2 pinches of fennel seeds.
So we're making now a base for a sauce.
Yeah, we're making the base for the sauce. If only the viewers could smell it. The ginger, garlic, onion, lots of lemongrass. We add the shells now, we roast them.
What you like to eat at home? Like what food you're eating at home? Not like sumuštiniai maybe, no?
As simple as possible.
As simple, yeah? So koldūnai, dešrelės? No?
Last night my wife made some, how do you say, I think in Lithuanian it's bulvini blynelės.
Oh, yes.
So it was, simple potato pancakes.
I like a lot. Sundays, I do bulvini.
Yeah, simple potato pancakes. But I'm not a big fan of gratine. Sour cream.
Sour cream, yeah.
I'm getting used to it. I like it only with the pancakes.
Okay.
And I have a story to say about ceppeline actually. So it took me 5 years to actually try one.
Oh.
5 years. Because everybody says that you need to go to a grandmother to eat one.
Okay.
And we don't have our grandmothers here, so what do? You wait for the opportunity. And it happens that a really good friend of ours got to know from his mother and grandmother how to make it. And he invited us, and that's how I actually ate 6 on the first time.
Super.
It was in January, so it was cold and so on. So.
Super. Jo, tai papasakau, kad pirmą kartą cepelinų Lietuvoje paragavo po 6 metų. Po 6 metų pirmą kartą toks įspūdis, tai aš iš tikrųjų džiaugiuosi, kad tai įvyko, nes kai kurie žmonės ir neparagauja.
So,
Nice.
we're gonna add some fresh tomatoes. A little sprinkle of smoky paprika.
What do you think about Lithuanian restaurants, like different kind of cuisine restaurants? Not like basic Lithuanian ones, but like the people who coming as well from maybe abroad, or Lithuanian chefs making like international cuisine, like I don't know, Mexican or Indian style or Japanese, Chinese style. You like this, or you?
Yeah, I do. There is quite a lot of, Vilnius. Okay, I'm just gonna finish it off, top it off with some water. So I like all cuisines. You know, there is no cuisine that I would say I don't like. There is a lot of different and quite a lot of restaurants in Vilnius. You know, Italian places, Mexican places, etc., etc.
But you think we are making a good job, you know, because from my opinion, it's like it's nothing to compare, you know, than the guy coming from the country where he's was like born, you know, with a taste like you know.
It's the same as you asking me, do you cook good cepelines? So I don't think so, you know. It's not. Maybe I could make it, perhaps, for sure, but. Is it going to be better than a native person? I think that's a debatable, you know, most likely no. Okay. So I think it's good, but at the same time, you know, if you end up working and learning from international people for a longer period of time, then you could be good at whatever cuisine, I believe.
Okay, I will translate. Aš norėjau biškai pakompromituoti mūsų svečią ir paklausti, ką jis mano apie restoranus, būtent šefų, kurie atsidaro, ta prasme, jeigu tu atsidarai, sakysim, meksikietišką restoraną, bet tu esi lietuvis, tai man iš tikrųjų asmeniškai yra didelis skirtumas, kai tu ragauji maistą to žmogaus, kuris būtent gyvena, sakysim, toj šalyje, ar yra to šalies gyventojas, kuris atsidaro restoraną, sakysim, kaip Gaspars, negu kad keliauti į kažkokio tai kito žmogaus atidarytą restoraną. Tas skirtumas galbūt, nesakysiu, kad tenai blogąja prasme yra blogai, bet tas skirtumas tikrai jaučiasi, tas restoranas vis tiek tie skoniai, tas supratimas apie prieskonius, kaip Gaspar sako, kad kiekvieną prieskonį jis deda būtent pirštais, matuoja, jis nematuoja gramais pagal receptūras, jis daro, tas jausmas turi būti vidinis, kuris jisai deda į puodą ir žinokit, čia aromatas pas mus virtuvėje tikrai vienas geriausių turbūt užuostų per kiek mes čia darėm tų laidų skonį, kvapo atžvilgių, wow. Stovi prie puodo ir kaifuoju. Yes.
So, what are you doing next?
Yes, next I'm still waiting till my potatoes cooking. Yeah. So potatoes are almost ready, so I'm just shredding. Mes keliaujame šiek tiek žuvytės į puodą. Tai tiesiog paskabome. Įdomus derinys, aišku, šoninė su žuvim, bet nežinau, galbūt Lietuvoje tas mažai very nice smell, you know, I'm just relaxing.
Yeah, yours too. I like this bacon and onion combination.
Yeah, but in Lithuania it's fish with bacon. It's like a little bit like tricky combination, you know. It's not so many people eating bacon with fish, you know. So in Scandinavia, in United States, in UK, it's like you can find like chowder, you know, they are using fish and bacon together. Like
it's the same as veal and tuna sauce. Most people were not used to it here, but now they love it. You know, I'm talking about vitello tonato, yeah. So I think it's, how do you say, just a matter of time.
Yeah, so I think this, I need to think about this recipe, you know, to make maybe some... Okay, we have a question.
You understand? I mean, they are asking if you can share some recipes or some techniques with the raw fish.
Yeah.
Some advices or some recipes.
What to do with raw fish as such?
Yeah,
it's actually quite simple. Let's just take something that you can find widely available in a supermarket or a good fish shop as such. Let's just take something like a tuna or salmon. So personally, I would just, if you want to eat it raw, of course, you would make sure you get, first of all, a really good quality fish. Fresh, good quality. You're talking about, let's just take tuna or salmon. And then you would slice it roughly about that thickness, not too thin, because then once you marinate it, it will just get too, there will be no texture. Then I would recommend to take a lime. So take the skin of the lime, juice of the lime, some olive oil. Then depends how spicy you would like. Let's just say you could have half a jalapeno chili without the seeds. It'll just give you just that right amount of heat, but not too much heat. Then you could have a few drops of soy. You could add some salt, some pepper. If you want to make it a little bit more spicy, you can always add that. You can add some chopped chives, coriander, and then, you know, when you're ready to eat, put it on top of the fish, I don't know, few minutes before, so let it lightly marinate and not too intense.
Gerai, tai šiek tiek išversiu turbūt apie žuvį, tai pagrindinis akcentas, ką aš irgi turbūt akcentuočiau, ką ir pasakė Gasparas, tai žuvis turi būti šviežia. Pagrindinis, jeigu tu nori gauti gerą kąsnį žalios žuvies, jinai turi būti šviežia, jinai neturi būti atšildyta. Niekada restoranas nepatieks, nu, aš tikiuosi, mano tai tikrai, bet, sakysim, kas keliauja šaldytos žuvies, tu nedarysi ten tartaro, nedarysi sevičio, tai žuvis turi pirmiausiai būti šviežia. Taipogi, ko reikia žuviai, tai šiek tiek rūgšties, tai Gasparas sako, galima paimti laimo citriną, panaudoti žievelę, išspausti šiek tiek sulčių, leisti šiek tiek pailsėti, įsigerti rūgščiai į žuvį, pasimarinuoti ir tuomet keliauja kiti komponentai. Ką tu sudėsi ten ant viršaus, irgi tavo poreikiams, ar turėtų būti tavo skoniui priimtinas dalykas, arba pabandyti kažkokių naujų derinių pasimėginti. Tai pasibandykit. Okay, so my fish soup, fish chowder is almost ready. Just potatoes need some couple minutes to finish. Tai mano sriubytė jau kaip ir garuoja, jau kolektyvas džiaugiasi, galėsim ragauti. Belieka kelios minutės, kol bulvės pravirs, nusikeliam ir galėsime paragauti. Gasparas juda toliau, so maybe I will go with another dish. What do you think?
Sure.
Gerai, keliaujam toliau. Dabar aš gal pasigaminsiu tada. Škepėlę.
And what are you making next?
So the next gonna be like, I don't know how it's in English. In Lithuanian it's užkepėlė, so maybe like pie, I would say, maybe fish pie.
Yeah.
Old fish pie. Tai mes pasigaminsime užkepėlę, tai irgi labai paprastas būdas, kaip galima panaudoti pavargusią žuvį iš vakar dienos. Tai ką aš pasidariau namie, pasidariau bulvių košę. So we have a mashed potatoes, you know, so we make a fish pie, so I'm going to use cabbage, Chinese cabbage. I don't know why it's called Chinese anyway, but kinietiškas kopūstas. Tai ką mes pasidarysime, mes pasitroškinsime šiek tiek kopūstą, mes turime, panaudosime svogūnas, česnakas, kopūstas, keliaus žuvis, keliaus košė, uždengsime su sūriu, keliauja į pečių ir gaunasi iš tikrųjų toksai paprastas, šeiminiškas patiekalas, kur labai paprasta pasigaminti, jeigu pas tave lieka bulvių tyrės, jeigu pas tave lieka senos žuvies. Žuvį galima pakeisti, aišku, ir kažkokį tai, nežinau, kažkokį tai kitą komponentą, jeigu liko ten kita žuvis, sakysim, lašišos, galima pasidaryti su lašiša. Tai mes ką mes pasidarome, tai mums reikės pusę kopūsto. Kopūstą mes susipjaustome. Ir mes šiek tiek jį pasitroškinsime.
Is this quite a popular Lithuanian dish?
Actually no, but I like, you know, when you have a lot of leftovers at home, for example, like mashed potatoes, you know, I have 2 kids, so I always making some big bowl of mashed potatoes, it's some left, so you can always use for the next day. Children usually don't eat like the same thing, so I'm thinking how to do maybe some another dish in another way, you know, some other dish. So this is very good, you know. You can make this dish maybe with leftover chicken, with beef, with ground beef, you know. Just can use whatever. Like you can make even a shepherd's pie, you know, if you have some stuff. So.
Do you cook a lot at home? You have 2 kids.
Yes, last month not a lot. Last month not a lot. Before I was cooking a lot, you know. So anyway, I'm just spending some time as well at home, making some food.
For the family.
For the family, yeah. Taip, tai susismulkiname svogūną, vėl turime česnako. Ką mes padarysime dabar, tai šiek tiek ant keptuvės apsitraškinsime mūsų svogūną su česnaku, tuomet keliauja mūsų kopūstas, šiek tiek pasitraškinsime, keliaus žuvis, susimaišysime tokią masę, keliauja į mūsų indelį, užsidėsime su žuvim, užsidedam bulvių košę ir tokia gaunasi įdomi užkepėlė. Nežinau, kopūstas daugiau naudojam, we using in Lithuania for the salad mostly, you know, so I use for stir fries as well, from some people not even.
Take this one off.
Taip, tai ką, šiek tiek aliejuko. Tiek sviesto. Jeigu turite klausimų, tai galite irgi dar mūsų paklausti, svečias mielai atsakys, arba aš, arba svečias, tai nebijokite.
Why did you put butter and oil together?
I like this mixture a little bit to get some the oil. Just if you fry on oil, we need some baltymas, we need protein, we need fat a little bit to burn, to get some taste and
caramelization.
Caramelization, yes.
I'm not sure for which of you is that question, but the question is, please tell the best recipe from salmon, in your opinion.
From salmon?
Yes.
Let's start with you.
For me, the best recipe probably is my way of making salmon mikut. I like to a little bit marinate at first, like salt and sugar brain, you know, and later on cook sauce white. So this recipe is going to be in Telegrafos restaurant, hopefully, in the new menu. So this is in my opinion, my best recipe of salmon. As well, I like marinated salmon, like salmon tartare. You can make a salmon ceviche, you can slow cook salmon, you can poach salmon it's many ways. For me, I wouldn't choose one, you know. Mikut maybe yes, but many ways of making salmon I like a lot, you know, so.
Yeah, I think since you mentioned a few things, I would say one of the things I like myself is to cook it slow cooked.
Yeah.
In an oven, very low temperature, and then, you know, how you made the butter here, so like a little bit of brown butter, how it's called?
Ghee?
Yes, almost like ghee, and then you can add a few spices and some, you know, chives, and, you know, even finish it with some capers or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Nice, yeah. Jo, tai Gasparas man patinka labiausiai, nežinau, ta prasme, prie lašišos aš kažkaip neprisirišęs, kaip prie produkto aš mėgstu daug variacijų gaminti, tai galima ar tartaras, ceviche, žemoj temperatūrai, tai Gasparas irgi paminėjo, kad vienas mėgstamiausių būdų gaminti lašišą labai žemoj temperatūrai, tai pradėsime gal net kokie, how many degrees, 52, 60 something?
Yeah, about 60, 50-60.
Tarp 50-60 laipsnių temperatūroje lašiša keliauja į pečių ir kuris laikas iki valandos tu turi tobulą konsistenciją, tada įdėti šiek tiek skonio su rudu sviestu į vidų ir geriau nieko nebūna jas. So we fry a little bit with onions.
Yeah.
Apsikepam svogūnus su česnaku. Yes, I maybe I'll take this one again. Taip, tai mūsų sriuba jau. O. No, it's ready. Jo, tai mūsų sriuba jau paruošta.
Are you going to finish it with anything?
Just I put some spices, you know, in it, you know, so mostly it's like homey soup. It's for the second day, it's much better than the first one, yes. Tai antrą dieną šitą sriubą daug skanesnė negu pirmą. Pirmą irgi, aišku, bus jinai nebloga, sakyčiau, bet jeigu...
You talk like my mother right now.
Yeah, okay.
Curry first day doesn't taste good. It tastes better the third or second day, you know.
I tasted your curry, I like a lot, you know.
But it tastes better a few days later, you know.
So I don't know which one day you're serving, you know, maybe you make the day before.
No. No, in the home setting.
Yes, but this is like, this is true, you know, most of the soups, like Lithuanian soups like this, meaty soups, it's most of it taste coming second day, you know, you need to, even borokėliai soup, you know.
But why? Why from your perspective?
The taste sits down in the bowl, you know, so if you have meat, if you have like beetroot, so it's like coming together during the night, you know, so you get like a happy meal, you know.
Happy marriage of
happy
flavors.
Marriage, yes. And it works, I don't know, it's maybe some chemistry, you know, but when the product sits together, you know, so you can see the difference, even, you know, with beetroot soup, yeah, if you make with some, I don't know, pork rib or beef rib, you know, so the second day, it's like the more intense flavor.
Yeah.
So.
Fresh is not always the best.
Yes.
I mean, on the same day.
Jo, tai mes ką tik kalbėjome apie skonius, tai Gasparas sako, aš pradėjau kalbėti kaip jo mama, kuri kartoja vis, kad antrą dieną karis yra, ar trečią dieną karis yra skanesnis negu pirmą dieną, tai kai kurie patiekalai, netgi ir iš lietuviškų patiekalų, virtuvės, sakysim, ta pati burokėlių sriuba yra daug skanesnė antrą dieną, tie patys mėsiški visi troškiniai, kuriuos aš prisimenu iš mokyklos laikų, tekdavo valgyti ne vieną dieną tą patį troškinį, tai pirmą dieną galbūt jisai toksai, sakysim, mažiau skonio, antrą dieną vis daugiau dasideda skonio, nu, aišku, ketvirtą dieną, jeigu valgai, tai tas skonis jau nelabai kažkur dingęs, bet tas yra tiesa. Yeah, so
you're going to start with frying onions, garlic in butter oil, and this Chinese kapuste, and then what you're going to do next?
So it's going fish.
Yeah, you're going to mix the fish here?
Yeah, we mix fish here a little bit just to reheat, to insert here. So we put on the bottom of this, and I just go with potatoes. I make like a little bit softer potato mash, you know.
Can I touch it?
Yes.
Okay. So it's easy to pipe?
Yes, it's easy to pipe, or maybe even if you can heat a little bit. And some cheese, I don't know, leftover cheese, it's usually
cheese
some
on top,
some cheese and to make it gratin, you know.
Again, when you said about bacon and fish together, some people are still very skeptical about fish and cheese.
Fish and cheese, yes. No, I think we are getting on this, you know, already people trying new things, and it can be a trend, you know, one day like a vitello tonato is becoming a trend in Lithuania. You can see in each restaurant almost, you know, vitello tonato like it was with octopus before, you know, so I think it's in a good way.
I like fish and cheese together.
Yeah, I like it.
If it's done well, yeah, why not?
So different cultures, you know, going together. Okay, so we don't need to cook a lot, nereikia labai daug mums kepti čianai, šiek tiek apsiskrūdinam, just we need to get a little bit moisture out of the cabbage, still it's gonna be cooking in the oven for some time, so we're taking out.
And what kind of fish you're using here?
Menke, just plain menke.
And can you substitute this with any other fish?
Yes, you can use you can substitute not with a fish, you can substitute with a chicken, I think, you know, with ground beef.
So basically, sorry to interrupt you, in this case you are buying some sort of a fish. When it's there you can fry it and make something, or ceviche or fry.
Yes.
And then you can make this from the leftovers. You boil it or steam it or
This
poach
one
it?
was cooked, just basically. So my idea, in many restaurants where I like, like I do, we have a banquets, and it's still, you cannot count. You count by person, but you never know. Or we are eating all the fish, or not. So you can get another way, to use the leftovers. In the restaurant, it's like a lot of food. Maybe in a restaurant, no, but in a hotel business, it's plenty food going to the bin.
I remember. I used to, when I previously worked in a hotel, it's kind of recirculating some of the products into the banquet where you can. It's not a bad thing, but it's just. You're smarter, it's a big smart business choice and smart sustainability choice.
Tai mes ką tik kalbėjome, kad restoranuose galbūt mažiau kaip Gaspars turėtų, tačiau viešbučių versle iš tikrųjų yra didelis tas produktų nutekėjimas, tai sakysime, kaip, kad aš dirbu dabar, tai mes turime didelius renginius. Ateina kiekvieną kartą pavalgyti 100 ir daugiau žmonių ir tu nežinai, tu darai tam tikrą kiekį, pasiskaičiuoji pagal žmonių kiekį, bet tu niekada nežinai, ką žmonės valgys. Ir tai nereiškia, kad tas visas maistas nukeliauja ten į tuos marmitus, kaip sakysim, bet galis ir nedakeliauti iki jų, bet tu skaičiuojasi pagal gramatūras, kiek žmonių pastatys. Kartais lieka to maisto net nepanaudoto tų likučių, tai aš visą laiką stengiuosi sugalvoti receptų, galbūt šitas patiekalas gali keliauti, sakysim, ne į restoraną, bet mes galim panaudoti savo darbuotojams, kadangi pas mus ir yra mūsų darbuotojų maitinimas, mes galim padaryti savo darbuotojams, kaip panaudoti tuos pačius produktus ir nereikia naudoti kitų likučių. Anyway, maybe this recipe will not go to the restaurant,
Yeah,
but we have a concrete for our staff, so we can make a nice recipe for our staff to use, so.
One more question, Gaspar, what's your favorite Ukrainian dish?
Oh, good.
I like žemaičių blynai. Because there is something quite similar what we have in Goa as well. It's like potato mash outside and it's either chicken, farshas, or pork, or beef, or lamb, and then it's fried the same way. I have no idea why. It's like quite strange. But normally on the outside we coat it with like carbonadas. We coat it with we coat it with semolina.
Oh, okay.
Manokropas. So we coat it outside and we fry it the same way. This is the only difference, and of course the spices. I like carbonadas also, and my second I would see why not. And strangely again, we also have a carbonadas, we make it with beef. So I think there are few similarities in the, some cultural things. And, maybe that's why I feel quite home here, to see all these homey things. So now you're piping the mashed potato?
Yeah, just mash going on.
Yeah. And then you will finish it with the cheese?
Yeah, it's a little bit cheese on, and we just put into the oven to finish up. You can use like leftover cheese, if you have like, I don't know, any cheese you can use, it's not up to...
And what cheese you're using here?
I'm using just plain breakfast cheese, like Lithuanian one. But you can use like hard cheese, like Žuvis, you can use this blue cheese, it's up to you, maybe I use all one. Tai va, tai užtraukėme su bulvių košė, šiek tiek sūrio, sūrį galite irgi naudoti, kokį turite po ranka, gali būti pelėsnis, gali būti džiugas sūris, gali būti kietas, minkštas, susidedam bry sūris, taip pat tinka, tai susidedam sūrį, mūsų keliauja patiekalas į orkaitę, priklausomai nuo kokį tortą pasidarysite, tai aš manau šitas turėtų apie 20 minučių pasidėti orkaitį, kad sušiltų bulvių košė, nes apačia jaučiu su rankom, kad yra šilta, sūris užsikaramelizuoja ir viskas. Ir turėsim dar vieną patiekalą. Yes. You want to show something?
Good, yeah, because I would like to blend this really quick, and then I will show what I do afterwards.
Taip, Gasparas eina sutrinti savo padažą dabar. Aš šiek tiek čia apsitvarkau savo kiaulydę. Ir judėsime toliau. Gal dar turite klausimų? Šiandien kažkaip aktyvus visi, tai jeigu turite klausimų, dar davai uždavinėkite ir pabandysime.
So if you see here, I've just blended it, but I don't like to blend it too much because then the shells get too fine and then they go inside the sauce.
Oh, it smells really nice.
So the whole idea now is that you let it just,
Sit.
yeah, we will reduce it and make it thicker. We will finish it a little bit of coconut milk, a little bit of butter, and then we will put the shrimps in, and then we will wait for your fried rice.
Yes. Taip, tai dabar Gasparas paėmė, sutrynė tą visą savo masę, ką jis čia dėjo į puodą ir troškino, šiek tiek sutrynė. Kodėl šiek tiek sutrynė ne iki galo, kad neliktų mažų gabalėlių. Būtent, nes mums reikia tik tai sultinio, to viso aromato, mes tą sultinį paskiau šiek tiek nugarinsime su kokoso kremu ir šiek tiek sviesto. Ir turėsime sodrų padažą, kuris puikiai tiks prie mano ryžių, kuriuos aš gaminsiu visai netrukus.
Meantime, you make your rice. I will
Okay, maybe we'll start. I have one more recipe, so I will start maybe with simple fish cakes to show.
Yes, sure.
Gerai, tai dar prieš kepant ryžius, aš dar jums parodysiu irgi labai vieną paprastą receptą.
So you are making so many dishes out of one fish, basically.
Yes, it's one fish, but it's plenty recipes. I need, maybe I can write a book, about the fish, how you can use the leftovers. So one more recipe, just very simple, which I've been doing for the kids. Like the fish, I'm actually very happy, because my kids love fish a lot,
Yeah.
So most of the kids don't like to eat fish.
Yeah, I was going to.
So I'm very happy. My kids like to eat octopus, like eat mussels, and all this kind of stuff. They are still young, but it's I'm very happy with it. But most of the children don't like to eat fish, So I was thinking some recipes to do with leftover fish, because it's always standing. Most of the wasted food coming from home, like 70%, you get at home. So it's always, I think, how you can reuse the product. Mostly of my food at home, it's not going to the bin. So this is my recipe, which I'm doing at home for the kids, if it's still some fish left. Tai ką aš pasakau Gasparui, tai didžioji dalis maisto keliauja iš šiukšlių dėžę namuose, tai kad tą pakeisti, aš galvodavau nemažai receptų, kuriuos aš galėčiau pradedant naudoti nuo savo namų būtent. Tai mano namuose lieka labai mažai išmesto maisto. Tai kadangi turiu du mažus vaikus, tai aišku labai džiaugiuosi, kad jie mėgsta valgyti žuvį, bet dauguma vaikų nemėgsta valgyti žuvies ir tai įdeda į lėkštę ir jos lieka. Tai sugalvojau tokį receptuką, kaip galima pakeisti, kas patiktų būtent jaunesnės auditorijos klausytojams, skaitytojams. Tai mes turime žuvį, tą pačią žuvį, vieną žuvį naudojam keliams receptams šiandien. Tų receptų iš tikrųjų, aš manau, galėčiau irgi kokią žuvies atliekų panaudojimo knygą parašyti, turbūt, nes turiu tikrai jų nemažai. Tai ko mums čia reikia šitam receptui, tai žuvytės, mums reikia panko džiūvėsėlių, galite naudoti paprastus džiūvėsėlius, galite naudoti panko, galite, jeigu turite duonos likusios iš pavakar dienos, šiek tiek pasidžiovinti, arba jinai jau sudžiūsi, nes dažniausiai taip ir būna, jeigu nusipirki prekybos centre kitą savaitę, kitą dieną, jinai jau viskas gali ten kalti vinis į sieną su tą duoną ir manau puikiai seksis, tai tą duoną susimalam, pasidarom džiūvėsėlius, ir galim panaudoti šitam receptui.
But why panko?
I just have at home, you know, it's...
You prefer panko over regular breadcrumb, or you just
no, it's like
no exact reason?
Up to the recipe, you can use anything, you know. If you have stale bread, like old bread, you can use a bread, you know, just... actually, I don't have time to reuse the bread, and I don't have at home. I've been working all week, so I just grab a panko, and this recipe you can use just simple breadcrumbs. You can use like old bread, just grain ground, you know. So, so this recipe I've been making for my kids. So we need an egg, some breadcrumbs. Taip, tai turim žuvytę, kiaušinis. Viską sumaišome. Čia irgi reikėtų tą receptūrą, aš su jumis pasidalinsiu, bet visą laiką, kaip aš sakau, žuviai nelygi arba džiūvėsėliams nelygus, tai reikėtų irgi biškį pagalvoti, kad gauti tą tekstūrą jūsų norimą.
One more question. Do you have the restaurant at your home country?
Sorry?
Do you have a restaurant at your home country?
No, I do not. But my love for cooking comes from home restaurant of my mother. She used to have a catering business. As a young kid of 7, I saw her cook. So I grew up knowing exactly what to do.
Good.
She used to cook for 2,000-3,000 people.
Oh.
And that's a wedding, by the way.
Jo, tai Gasparas sako, kad jo mama turėjo restoranų biznį būtent toj šaly, iš kurios jis atkeliavo ir teko matyti, kaip tas dirbo ir suprato, iš kur jis gavo tą pašaukimą būtent dirbti virtuvėje. Tai labai smagu.
Gaspar, you already mentioned, but there is a question, how long do you live in Lithuania?
9 years. 9 metų.
Gerai, tai dabar mes turime mūsų masę, jinai tokia ganėtinai minkštoka, bet kas atsitiks, tai šiek tiek mūsų džiūvėsėliai pabrinks, duona pabrinks ir jinai taps kietesnė, tai galim įsivesti kažkokio skonio, reikėtų šiek tiek druskos, teličerį pipyro. Taip pat panaudosime, mes nežinau, gal kažkokius įdomesnius prieskonius. Panaudosime, sakysim, karimango mix. Karimango, jo, Santa Marijos prieskonių. Šiek tiek nebandžiau šito variantą, bet manau sužinosime kaip. Dar šiek tiek. Yeah, so we leave a little bit to stand, to džiūvėsėliai to get.
You will put it in the fridge so it gets a bit hard.
Yes, it's a little bit harder, and later on we just make the balls, and you can just make a pancakes, or you can make just a croquette of a fish. Pasidarysime blinelius ir tiesiog apsikepsime ant keptuvės ir turėsime dar vieną paprastą ir šiek tiek įdomesnį receptą iš mūsų žuvies, vakarykštės žuvies atkeliavusios. Taip, tai keliavom į šaldytuvą.
So tell me about yourself. How long have you been cooking for?
A lot. Actually, already 18 years.
Okay,
yes,
good.
18 years I'm in the kitchen. Started in Scotland, washing pots, and pans, and later on, little by little, now I'm
much better.
Still washing pots, in the kitchen, yeah. So yes. Okay, so you have some things to finish up.
So I took these artichokes. They are boiled a little bit. I just took the meat out. I'll make a little stuffing, make this crispy, and then put it on top. So This will be done pretty quick. Maybe if you would like,
Yes,
you
okay,
can
I will go with
start
rice,
the
then,
rice.
yes?
Yeah.
Gerai, tai ką, dar vienas patiekalas, patiekalo aš nepavadinsiu, galbūt sakysim garnyras, tai tas irgi produktas, kuris pas mus lieka virtuvėje, tai ryžiai. Nu, su ryžiais turbūt, aišku, dabar viskas paprasčiau, viskas yra pakelis, tai gali pasiskaičiuoti, vieną pakiuką įmetį, tai tais pakelis aš nesivadovauju virtuvėje, dažniausiai turime mes ryžius, bet kai kas nesugeba paskaičiuoti, kiek jų reikia ir dažniausiai jų lieka. Šiandien mes pasidarysime ryžius, keptus keptuvėje su kiaušiniu, į kurią įdėsime dar šiek tiek mūsų žuvies. Tai bus toksai labai puikus derinys, manau, su Gasparo padažu, kuris jų gamina. Tikiuosi, kad tas sužais, net netikiuosi, aš žinau, kad tas sužais, nes padažas, čia aromatai po visą virtuvės sklaido labai. Gerai, tai ko mums reikia, tai mes turime keptuvę. Ja šiek tiek pasikaitinsime. What are you looking for?
Just need to open this guy. This
Okay.
very specific.
Actually, I don't know.
Me too.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Thank you.
Va, pavyko. Pavyko, tai ką, aš įskaitinu keptuvę. Ką aš padarysiu dabar, tai apsikepsime iš pradžių kelis kiaušinius, o tuomet viską mums reikės, aišku, šiek tiek sojos, sezamo aliejaus. Tai pradžiai susiplaku kiaušinius. Įsiplakam kiaušinius, mūsų keliauja šiek tiek sviestuko.
What kind of a fried rice are you making?
Just I will make I'm gonna to use soya, a little sesame oil, as well the leftover fish and some eggs. You know,
Okay.
so just simple plain recipe, but one of the ways to use the leftover fish as well. And it's a good garnish, you know, for second day rice or for third day rice, you
Yeah.
know, so.
I was actually thinking of making some fried rice, but it's good you made.
Yes, so we just work as a team today, you know, so. Tai ką, šiek tiek įsikaitiname keptuvę. Keliauja mūsų kiaušinukai. Mes juos aišku, čia jeigu būtų kiniečių restoranas, tai jie tą viską darytų ant vokeptuvės, tai mes šiandien tokios galimybės neturime. So usually this goes in wok,
Yeah,
but
and it's a little bit different, huh?
tai pasikaitiname mūsų kiaušinuką. Prasivalysime keptuvę. Prašau.
Santa Marija started saying that, Santa Marija komanda sako, kad neįmanoma dirbti, kai čia, žinom, kad Gaspar gamina.
Yeah, so it's not possible for them to work here for the staff of Santa Maria to know what you are cooking here.
I'm sure they will have very delicious...
Yes.
I hope so, at least.
Yes, it's gonna be so, yes. Taip, tai keptuvė keliauja sviestas. Šiek tiek aliejaus. Vėl užsikaitiname keptuvę. Ką mes dabar darysime, tai pasikaitinsime ryžius, tai keliaus ryžiai, pagardinsim šiek tiek sezamo aliejumi. Pagardinsim sezamo aliejus, tuomet keliauja žuvis, kiaušinis ir šiek tiek sojos padažo. Ir mes įsivesime skonio kažkokio. Jeigu norite, galite naudoti puikius Santa Marijos prieskonius, kažkokius intensyvesnio skonio, kurių čia tikrai yra nemažai.
Are you looking for anything specific?
Yeah, maybe I will use salmon. Wasabi and sesame. Yes, maybe it will work. I don't know. We'll see. Taip, tai turime dar vienus prieskonius. Aš jų niekada dar neragavau, bet tai bus puikiai proga ir paragauti jos šiandien.
Could I try some?
Yes. Oh, it's interesting.
Yeah, it looks nice.
No,
Has a nice little kick from this wasabi.
Nu ką, mes apsikepame ryžių šiek tiek iš po vakar pas mus atkeliavusius. Nereikia jie termiškai apdoroti, tai mums reikia tik tai pasišildyti, jo šiek tiek apsiskrūdinti. We don't need to boil them or something, just to heat a little bit.
Yeah. Is there any specific rice do you recommend to use?
Leftover rice.
Leftover.
Yeah, but yes, but usually you have like the small round rice, you know, or you can use, I don't know, even basically it works with any rice, you know.
Yeah.
The jasmine rice you can use,
Whatever rice you have left over.
Yes, I believe so.
Does it have to be rice? Can people substitute with potato? Because if we have some leftover potatoes,
I believe maybe it's much better to another grain, you know, to use like, I don't know, maybe some Grike.
Grike, because most people probably have more leftover Grike than...
Yeah, last month I've been eating Grike probably more than last year, you know, somehow. Okay, sesame aliejus. Taip, tai keliauja mūsų žuvis. Panašu, kad žuvies liks dar vienam patiekalui.
I see the fish pie is looking good.
Yeah.
It's getting a little bit of color on the sides.
Nice, yes. So it's probably 10 more minutes or 5 minutes and it's...
What rice you are using?
Čia paprasti ryžiai. Šiandien mes naudojame paprastus ryžius. Ar čia Gasparui klausimas?
I think it looks like simple rice, maybe basmati.
This is basmati, yes.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Mes naudojame ryžius, tuos, kurie liko iš vakar. Tai šitam receptui tinka visi ryžiai. Manau, skirtumo didesnio nebus, taip, tai mums reikia šiek tiek sojas. Ir keliauja mūsų kiaušinis. Kiaušinį pasistengkite palikti šiek tiek gyvą, nereikėtų jo visai nukankinti, kad jisai ten būtų
Klausimas įspingai.
man klausimas. Valio.
Ar dažnai eksperimentuojate virtuvėje?
Eksperimentuoju turbūt aš labai retai, bet dažniausiai kasdieną tie eksperimentai gaunasi savaime. Kai tu darai kažką, tai vis galbūt nusprendi pakeisti vieną ar kitą komponentą, kitą sudedamąją dalim ir tie eksperimentai pereina, tie gaminimai pereina į eksperimentų savaime. Tai kad tikslingo kažkokio eksperimentavimo pas mane mažai yra, aišku, aš bandausi naujus receptus, naujas technikas, ne viskas gaunasi. Kažkas išeina, kažkas mažiau išeina, tačiau daugiau aš gaminu ir iš pačio proceso gaunasi tas eksperimentavimas savaime. Okay, so my rice is
Good.
ready.
So while your rice is ready, I just want to. So we have the shrimps. Before that's happening, I'm going to season it a little bit with some salt. If you noticed, I used only the salt now because if you add the salt in the beginning, when it reduces, it will get even more saltier. So the prawns are going in.
Jo, tai Gasparas naudoja druską pačioj pabaigoj, kas dažniausiai daroma visuose padažuose, kur padažas turi nusigarinti, nes jeigu tu dėsi druską pradžiai, tas pats kaip ir gaminant, sakysim, kažkokį risotą ar kitą patiekalą, tai tikriausiai greičiausiai tu persudėsi jį, tai pats paskutiniu momentu tu...
With this, it's very simple. I like to bring it to the boil and then take it off the heat. It just cooks just enough. I will bring it to the heat, boil, need more salt. So, this is boiling.
Jo, tai užverdame, nukeliame, and you leave for how many minutes? Just to...
Until you see that the shrimps will, the prawns will change its color. And I think about 5-8 minutes, it will just, in the heat, it will just finish off cooking. I like the spice, but I think it can do with a little bit more. Later on, we will finish it off with a little bit of chopped coriander and some lime juice in the end.
Dabar aš pabandysiu tą triuką, tai bus turbūt vienas iš eksperimentavimo metodų, kurio aš niekada dar nedariau, pabandysiu dabar padaryti. Tai kaip jie daro tos ryžius, kur būna puodeliuose padėti į kiniečių restoranuose. Eksperimentas pavyko, yes, I never do this before, so.
Me too.
So we've been asking about experimenting in the kitchen, so this is an experiment for me as well, to make this in the cup and it's working. Tai eksperimentas pavyko, aš labai džiaugiuosi, kad čia tas iš kurių pavyko. Okay, so...
I will make a little filling for the artichokes quickly now. The shrimps.
Okay, I will give you space to work.
Yeah, it's also very fast like your stir fry. I just think this needs literally 1 more minute before I move on to the other stuff. So basically we have,
No, this is really smells nice.
Yeah, please, thank you.
You want to switch off this, yeah?
Yeah, switch off. Yeah, switch it off. It will stay here, and then.
I actually using topinambus. It's called Jerusalem artichoke topinambus, and.
Jerusalem artichokes and topinambus. So my idea always is not to, No, normally you would peel this and then it goes in scraps. So this way you don't peel it in a way. So it was boiled a little bit. The flesh is here. I will put this in the fryer once again to make it a little bit more crispier afterwards. Then here we're going to start with oops. Something went wrong, but
No, it's okay. It's like happening sometimes, you know, so.
But anyways, the shrimps will cook off and finish here. I will add a little bit of lime juice. Nice fresh lime juice to finish. And a little bit of chopped coriander.
Okay, one more question.
Good.
Gaspar, you made some kind of rolls here, balls now?
Yes, not
Where
too
are they?
They are here. It's not balls, but I just took the meat out of the topinambe, so I can make a little filling from that.
So you will show, yes?
Oh, of course, they are moving now.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Okay.
We have a small technical glitch here,
No,
but it's
Nothing. Just for a couple of seconds, yeah, so we now
Yes.
can move further.
back in action.
Back in action, yes.
So finish one part. We're gonna finish.
Prawns, yeah?
Yeah, we're gonna finish the prawns with the coriander. I know most people don't like coriander, but it's like anything else. You either like it or you hate it, but you can.
Okay, what of the most ingredients except of spices? Yeah, if you say you like spice his story, you know, but
Yeah.
what component you using in your kitchen most? You know, like protein maybe or something. What is the most
Popular
for you? For you?
fish, seafood.
Seafood, yes.
Fish, seafood, meat, like fish, various types of fish. I can go. The list is endless. Fish, seafood, like shells, like all this, you know, not mussels, but more
Yeah, yeah.
interesting
Clams,
stuff.
yeah.
Clams. Then you know, it's like it's endless. But you know, like I said previously before, that when it comes to during the summertime, I get very excited about all those local vegetables because they are so fresh and so good that, you know, like tomatoes, like, you know, in the tomatoes like in the garden of a grandmother. It's like so
intense
good
smell
and intense
and
in taste, and it's amazing. So we're gonna start with a little bit of oil, and here I have some chilies, chopped carrots and shallots.
Ja, tai čia yra miksas daržovių, čili, morkos ir šalotinis svogūnas, apsikepinsime ant aliejaus.
Yeah, and we're gonna fry this on a relatively quite a high heat with some mushrooms.
Mushrooms you use...
I just I had some champignons,
Okay.
and it's just some simple champignons. We're gonna fry these. We're gonna put this back inside. We're gonna put the kale. We're gonna add a little bit of butter while frying. It's very simple, very fast.
And very tasty.
I hope so.
I see already.
So in here I'm going to add a little bit of this lime pepper. Salt. Simple pepper.
Rūksta.
I don't want it to be wet, so that's why because of the mushrooms I want to fry on a very high heat. I'm going to put the chopped
And I see you using kale cabbage, yeah? So
Yeah.
it's popular in your cooking, you're using in
Yeah,
some...
this is actually local from the farm.
Yes? Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
this is actually local. That's why I bought it with
Yeah,
me.
but when most of the people in Lithuania, they are using kale like to fry chips, you know, in the fryer, you know, just to...
No, it's
For me, it's as well delicate product, you know,
Yeah.
to have like in
and as you
stir fry.
see, you don't need to be fried too much. You can just yeah.
So this is more like my rice stir fries, yeah?
Yeah,
It's like-
almost. I will finish it off with a little bit of lime, some chopped coriander.
Jo, tai iš tikrųjų labai paprastas ir aromatingas patiekalas, daug garso, daug šviesų čia pas mus studijoje ir daug aromatų taip pat. Taip pat naudoja kalio kopūstą, dažniausiai, nežinau, mano akim žiūrint, kalio kopūstas restoranuose keliauja kaip traškutis, keptas fritūrinė, tai čia jisai naudojamas kaip komponentas, sudedamoji dalis patiekalo, troškiniuose, yra labai populiarus visame pasaulyje.
Do you have a grater?
Yeah, grater, I will give you.
I'm going to finish it off with a little bit of hard cheese. This is just some grana padano I had around to make it a little bit of cheesy. How is the pie? Oh, ready.
Yes.
It's delicious.
Our viewers also saying that they are sorry they cannot smell.
Yeah, I think the TV needs to invent the smelling part for
Oh, this is nearly future, I believe.
for nature. When you're in nature, you smell the nature, and for how do you say, for food related content.
Na ką, užkeliausiu savo kepėlę. Pasišarkaitės. Tai stalas mūsų užsipildo, matau, kaip komandos veidai jau linksmėja.
When it comes to all the sustainability stuff,
In my life?
no, I was saying for us, for me, we try to use as many seasonal products as we can. Now, if you see topinambe, you can get locally, you can get kale locally, and I just love the idea. Sustainability doesn't always has to be based on the environment as such. I think the economy needs to be sustainable as well. For me,
Yes, of course.
for
I
us,
think it's a
because
big part of everything. You
Yeah.
know, it's not only like if you waste food or if you not waste, but it's like man's power, you know, it's like
we need to keep
resources.
the local economy sustainable as well.
Of course.
If you're using local, let's say, products,
Yeah, this is very important, you know.
so I have the same artichokes, they will dry a little bit.
Justinai, gal jūs turite savo gaminimo knygą? Čia mintis turbūt, ar tu esi išleidęs knygą.
Ne, dėja dar knygos neturiu išleidęs, bet manau kažkada jinai bus tikrai. Bet mano receptus galite surasti mano blogė pavardės-dienoraštis.com. Tai jeigu reikia receptų kažkokių, tai
You
prašau.
wouldn't like to have your own cookbook?
It's going on, but very slowly somehow. It's I imagine was much faster, but it's not like
Actually, if that question would come to me, I would say no.
no.
Because I'm terrible with papers. Somebody will, I mean, papers in the sense to like,
But maybe you don't need to write. You just give a recipe, you know, or something. You know, it's
yeah, I think somebody will have to be around me constantly to get the.
Yeah, I believe in nearly future it's gonna be happen. So you know.
So,
And Gaspar, the question for you, the most favorite Lithuanian cheese. Your
Cheese.
Lithuanian cheese.
my favorite Lithuanian cheese. hard to say, but I think something that comes quite.
I like cottage cheese, you know, this.
varškė.
Yes.
This also for me also is very nice. I like varškė. Nothing wrong with that. That's very true, actually. It relates almost to Indian paneer cheese, which is quite similar. Oh, I forgot to add some coconut milk
we
here.
can add some.
Yeah. I forgot to add some coconut milk here. And
Virtuvė iš tikrųjų užtvindyta kvapais, kokių dar čia nebuvo pas mus. Tai labai džiaugiuosi, kad šiandien pas mus svečiuose nuostabus šefas, restoranų savininkas Gasparas. Tai laukiu dabar tos minutės, kai kameros įsijungs ir galėsim paragauti, ką mes čia pagaminame šiandien. Yeah, nice.
so,
Smells very
cottage
nice.
pie. Thank you. You have your
Rice.
You
We have
your
a soup. The pancakes I will not show how to cook, you know. It's anyway, most of you people know how to do it, you know. But I'm still looking forward to taste your creations today.
and yours. So we're gonna. I will keep this next to your
Yes, we can do.
rice. Yeah.
Prawns and rice.
And can the viewers freeze this and eat it afterwards?
Mostly it's not, I don't think it's a best way to do. I believe it's maybe you can do little by little of this soup, you know, to eat. And it can stay like for a couple days, you know, in the fridge, you know, 3-4 days. It's no problem for the soup, you know. Even second or third day, it's even much tastier and much
like
aroma, you know. So for 3 days you can just eat the soup. Na ką, tai artėjame prie pabaigos ir aš sakau, tikrai turbūt buvo viena iš mano mėgstamiausių vestų pamokų, kurios buvo tikrai, jau nežinau, skaičiuojam, turbūt 26-27 buvo per visą mūsų laikotarpį. Tai buvo viena iš smagiausių ir daugiausiai kvapų ir aromatų virtuvėje užtvindžiusių pamokų. Aišku, ko aš nebūčiau padaręs be Gasparo šiandien, tai noriu jam padėkoti. I want to say thank you for visiting us in our school, teaching, showing for the students some new recipes, the ways how we can use the ingredients, as well for your minds, for your opinion about sustainability, about the restaurant business. So thank you very much, and we will see you in, pasimatysime gruodžio 12 dieną vėl šitoje studijoje, turėsime greičiausiai dar vieną bombą jums parodyti, tai labai smagu buvo, tikiuosi, kad ir jums patiko, sužinojote kažką naujo, receptais mes su jumis pasidalinsime. Gaspars, you can tell as well some back ending words for our watchers.
So thanks for having me around. Thanks for listening to Justinas and me, and I hope what I shared is helpful for you in your day-to-day life of work or not work, and hope to see you around.
Jo, ir aš pasakysiu taip, jeigu dar niekada nebuvot pas Gaspars restorane, tai rezervuokite vietas, nes kiek aš žinau, porą mėnesių į priekis yra tikrai užbukintas, labai sunku pasipatekti, tai rekomenduoju ir visiems svečiams, būtent savo draugams, jeigu klausia, kur nukeliauti, tai aš visą laiką viena iš 3 rekomendacijų yra Gaspars restoranas. Nei karto neteko nusivilti, buvau tikrai ne vieną kartą pasietkeliavęs.
And you should visit Sunday Christmas brunch at Kempinski.
Okay, thank you. Tai ką, visiems ačiū ir pasimatysime gruodžio 12 dieną Tvaraus akademijos studijoje su manimi. Ir viso gero. Ate.